Yeah. You guys know I don't like to get hype and aggressive in none of the videos that I do. But this just may have to be one of those videos. Now you guys see the title, but it's not going to be the way that you think it is. So let me just say why I'm making this video to begin with. Over the course of 2017, actually we can take this back to like a few years now, I have been having these discussions with many different people, and it's always come off from their end that I was being hateful. I was saying things out of malice when it was anything but. And recently, there was a discussion that was had that just made me say, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to make this video. I'm going to get this shit out there, because in 2018, I'm not dealing with this shit no more. I'm not having these conversations no more. I'm not talking to people about this shit no more. I'm not, speaking on this anymore. This is to let those people know where I stand on this shit. Because, like I said, it's people. Y'all don't understand half of the shit that I be going through. Y'all don't understand half of the conversations that I be going through. Because all I do is play video games on this channel. That's it. All I do is play video games. I play video games and I have a discussion here or there about certain things that's going on around me. But I never bring the entirety of what I talk about often in this to this channel, because it's not for this channel. However, I have a lot of attention on this channel, a fairly good amount of attention in my opinion, and people come to this channel when they feel like they can have a good time, and you still can come here and do that even after this video. I don't care who you are, but this is not directed towards the gay community. I'm going to say that again. This is not directed towards that to that community in particular. This is not for them. Rather, this is for these pro-gay activists that be saying this dumb shit around me. This is for them. This is not for the gay community. Y'all over there, the pro-gay community that's trying to support y'all from a distance, they doing some fuck shit. So we got to address that. Now I understand, there's people out there that enjoy same-sex relationships or relationships. I get it. It's, on one hand, it's unfortunate because I'm a person with foresight, so I see how bad that shit can get, which is a conversation within itself. But I get it. I'm a realist at the end of the day. I know that this shit is only going to get bigger and bigger from here because, one, marketing is getting into it. Like, companies are getting into it. People are bringing their money into it. They're supporting this community, which, good for them. I'm not mad at them getting the support that they need, but I want, hold on, somebody pulling up. I don't want to lose my space, but let me pause it temporarily and we're gonna get back to it. All right. Sorry, I told y'all I have a lot of distractions in this house. The reason why I paused it because I knew what was gonna happen then, and I kind of lost my space a little bit. But that's what happens when I live, in a house with family members that are 100% noisy all the time. You can't necessarily get what you want to get out at the time you want to. Because I had every intention to make this video like 3 days ago, but because it's so noisy in here and every day is like a damn party, people don't know when to chill. Like, they don't have a chill button. I love them regardless. That's fam. But let's see if I can backtrack where I was. Yeah, I was saying, like, this isn't for the gay community in particular. It's not direct, like, I'm not directing this video towards that community. Rather, I'm directing it towards these pro-gay activists that don't really get what the fuck is going on. And it's like you come into the defense of them, but you're making shit worse for them in the process. You know what I mean? Like, not even realize that you're doing it. You think you're helping, you're not. So we're going to talk about this shit. We're going to get everything on the table. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this fucking these non-binary gender motherfuckers, because I got a funny story with that shit. And we're going to talk about these people who want you to believe lies And if you don't believe the lie, that means that you're being an evil, hateful person. Like, no, bro. Like, I understand why gay people are gay. Like, I get it. Like, I've worked with them. I work with people who are gay, at various jobs. Like, they there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not knocking them for being who they are at the end of the day. But I am saying that it's stupid for you to try to enforce that will, for me to sit there and not acknowledge them what they actually are, because it hurts their feelings when you don't do that. Look, man, let me turn right here, because this right here is a better angle. Let me see. I was in a discussion like just last night, and this was one of many that I've had over the course of this year alone. And I'm gonna edit out the video to where I can place like the those pictures that I took of that conversation. Of course, I'm gonna edit out the names, because I don't want people to get their, I don't want them to get put out there like that, because I still got love for them at the end of the day. Like, it's not like that. I'm just proving a point here. I've had several people who've tried to basically enforce the idea that if a man wants to be a woman, I need to acknowledge him as a woman. Like, call him a woman, believe that he's a woman. You know what I mean? Just impose that will on me. And the same thing for women out there who want to be men. Like, I've had people call me a bigot because, or not even a bigot. Let me not say that, because nobody actually called me a bigot. Actually, there was this one dude that did, but he didn't know what he was talking about. Clearly he didn't, because he didn't understand the definition of the damn word. So the way he was using it was completely out of the definition of it. But, God bless him. But that was one of the people that didn't know how to use there, and there properly. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. But yeah, it's like, I don't have anything against gay people. Like, they there, man. I don't care about that. But it seems like they quick to the pro-gay people. They're quick to throw up a question about the gay community, knowing that the way that they're asking the question is going to bring a certain attention to their thread, and they don't mind it, because in their eyes, I guess they're trying to be a hero when nobody asked for it. You know what I mean? I don't even know if it's like that. I just think they just ask the question just to see what other people think, and whoever they disagree with, they just go in on them. Like, as I speak right now, I'm still getting messages. Matter of fact, let me turn off my airplane mode. Let me turn on my airplane mode so that I don't get these distractions, because I don't want this. I don't need the video getting stopped because somebody decided they wanted to call me in the middle of this. But yeah, as I was making this video, I'm still getting replies back from that same thread that that I commented on. And again, I'm gonna put the replies in the video. I'm gonna edit it in there so you guys can see. But I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna be that. So I want y'all to count that. That's interruption number 2. Like, people, they just nosy. I can't never focus on the video topic at hand. That's why I need my own place, bro. Because I can't, I can't focus on the video. Then I get lost and it fucks the video up. Man. It really does. But yeah, it's like they fuck up what they're doing. They're trying to make things better for themselves, and you're not helping. It's like that one person who's not in the actual situation, trying to come to their defense, and they making the shit worse. It's basically like that. So let me start off by saying I was working with this female. I'm not gonna say her name, but she had this friend, this dude who went and got enough money to get surgery to get his dick chopped off, basically to turn himself into a woman, right? Now, peep this, and tell me if I'm crazy for saying tell me if I'm crazy for calling this ridiculous, right? So she was telling me about this party that this dude went to, and of course there was guys hitting on him because they didn't know that he was a man. You know what I mean? And the whole time she's doing this, she's talking about she's laughing, she's giggling at the fact, like, you know what I mean? Like she's reveling in the humor that is, okay, you dudes are talking to somebody who you think is a female but is actually a guy. You know what I mean? Like you using your friend who you claim that you love as a fucking humor. Like, you see what I mean? But people like me, when I say I refuse to acknowledge a fake woman as an actual woman, I'm in the wrong for that. But you sitting there laughing at your friend, getting hit on by dudes, not even, and the people that's hitting on him, not even knowing that that's a guy. Like, that's some crazy shit to me. Like, but I'm in the wrong when I don't want to acknowledge, like, I'm delusional when I say I don't want to acknowledge, you know what I mean? You got to understand, I'm a person, I never was okay with that, shit, because you have to understand, I'm a dude, interruption number 3. Every time I make a video, anytime I'm live streaming, anytime I'm making a video in the house, anytime I'm making a video outside the house, motherfuckers is nosy. So, unfortunately, I gotta pause the video to, to keep my place and not get interrupted. But yeah, like I was saying, like, I was raised around women. Like, I was raised around women, so my respect for women is, like, high. It's really high at the end of the day. So, I mean, I was raised around women who, these are women, you know what I mean? I've seen these women lactate. I've seen these women have their menstrual cycles. I've seen women go through their mood swings and their fucking, I've seen them get pregnant. I didn't watch the actual act, but you know what I mean? I've seen pregnant women. Interruption number 4. So just to have y'all know, I've been waiting for like 30 minutes for this person to leave because family members again nosy about what I'm doing. But yeah, like I was saying, I was raised around women. And I'm only gonna have this video going for like a good 20 minutes. I don't want this shit going no longer than that. Just address it and just leave it at that. Cause I know I'm gonna get a lot of backlash for it. Like, regardless of what I say in this video, people are gonna come with, they're gonna see the title, they're gonna have their assumptions, and they're gonna come with replies based on their assumptions, not with what was actually said in the video. You know what I mean? So I already know the backlash. I just hope people listen before they say anything, and then tell me whether or not I'm lying about anything that I said. But yeah. Exactly how many distractions is that now? 4? Like, it's bad, people. It's bad. Hold up. Okay. I'm saying, people extra nosy in this house, bro. For real, like, it's so hard to vlog in this house and be on subject. Like, but let me not waste time, because like I said, I only want this going for like a good 20 minutes or like a little bit after that. But yeah, I was raised around women. Like, I've seen these women lactate, have menstrual cycles. I've seen women, they're pregnant, they go through the things that a woman is supposed to go through. Now, for you to sit there and try to convince me that this man is a woman. First off, I have to deprogram like I said, my respect for women is very high. So first off, I'm never doing that shit. I'm never finna acknowledge a man as a woman under any circumstance. I don't care how much he wants to be called a man, he's still a man at the end of the day. So I'm not finna sit there and argue with these gender politics. So fuck all that shit. So let that be said. I would have to deprogram everything I know a woman to be. I was raised around women. I'm the only male on my mother's side of the family. The only one. Like, I'm the only male that my mother gave birth to. Let me say that. Everybody else is female. So I was literally raised around women. When I was playing video games, it was a bunch of Barbie dolls around me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pick up none of the Barbie dolls because I wasn't, I didn't care. But, I mean, I probably, like, swung them around or did some little dumb shit with them, but I never, was attracted to the thought of me playing with dolls. You know what I mean? And I'm not finna deprogram what I know for a fact what a woman is. I know what a woman looks like. I know what a woman... I have a good understanding. I'm not going to say I completely understand because I'm not a woman, but I have a good understanding as what a woman goes through. Like, I've seen it for my whole fucking life. Let me just say that. I was raised around it. So for you to tell me to take that, toss that to the side, and just bring a man into that fold, how disrespectful is that, first of all? Let's really analyze that. How disrespectful is it for me to sit there and take a man and say he can be everything I just said? Your body isn't going through none of those changes. You're not dealing with the emotional stress or anything that a woman has to actually go through as she's just growing up naturally. You know what I mean? Like, you don't go through that. You don't go, not even remotely. Now, yes, we all have similarities about things that we go through as we're growing up as people, but you as a woman, as a person who is meant to bring forth life through her vagina, you are not that. So why the hell would you sit there and ask me to buy into that lie because it makes you feel better? It was a white dude on, I think he was at like some type of college campus, and this is I can't remember the name of the lecture that he did, but the video was only showing this segment of it where he was arguing with this girl in the crowd about why a man can't be a woman and why a woman can't be a man. It's and it came to a segment where he was cooking this girl. Let me just say that he was cooking this girl, and with that being said, he had with that being said, he go dude. See, this is make that number 5, but I wasn't lying to you at all. But yeah, it's like he was asking the girl, he asked her how old she was, and she had said that she was, I think she said 25, and he was like, why can't you identify as 60? He's like, because I'm not 60. I'm like, why can't you identify as 60? Because I'm not. Not knowing that he was using it as a metaphor for why can't a man be a woman, or why can't a woman be, you understand what I mean? So it's just like, it's mind-numbing. And then to be called, like, understand, it was a dude that called me delusional because I didn't believe that. I didn't believe that a man could be a woman. Like, why you gotta be a dickhead? Why the hell do you want me to be so fucking into that? Like, and then to have y'all, because that girl that I told you about that I worked with that had that dude that turned himself into that tried to become a woman, he, like, that situation, that's not the only time that's happened. I've had people tell me that, like, countless times. Like, they laugh at the fact that, because these surgeons, they getting real good now. Now, fortunately, I understand what women is, so I've never been caught up in none of that. I'm too cautious, put it to you like that. I would rather call a man a woman and be wrong rather than call, like, and be wrong later on, rather than get caught up in some nonsense and end up being like the next Chingy or some shit, or like Eddie Murphy, because they've been caught up in some shit like that. No disrespect to them, but I'm saying they've been caught up in that controversy, and I'm not gonna have that on me. So I've been cautious enough to not have to deal with that. But the way these people are thinking, they want you to go through that shit. And if you wonder about what this stuff is on my face, it's Neosporin. I had like a cut right there. But 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 yeah, man, it's really just, you know, it's stupid. You know, like I said, I understand that gay people exist, but I understand what that is. And that's a video within itself. But I understand what that homosexuality is. It's not natural. It really isn't. But I'm gonna just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna just say I understand what it is. Oh, he knocked out. But yeah, like I'm you know, I'm not buying into those lies, bro, just because it makes you feel comfortable. Like, I'm sorry that you feel like, you know, you can't be the woman that you think you are. Like, put it to you like this. Just like the whole, you know, you can't identify as 60 because you're 25 and shit like that. Like, you're fucking 25. Or rather, let me put it to you like this to make it even more sensible. You can't be a 60-year-old and still call yourself, because women do this shit all the time. They still do it to this day. They always say that they're forever fucking whatever age that they claim. What is it? I want to say like 21, possibly 25, that they always say, like, I'm always 21. A fucking 40-year-old woman will still sit there and call herself 21. You ask her how old she is. Like, why is it disrespectful for me to ask you how old you are? Like, what the fuck? That's how you be catching that's the easiest way to catch a pedophile, in my opinion. Ask somebody how old they are. You know, you 18 and you see somebody who looks older than they are, ask them how old they are. Now, because you have people who they do age prematurely. They have like features of like old people, but they really, like, in all actuality, like young. But they look old as fuck. Like, it was one of the dudes from, it was like a rap duo. And he said he was 16, but the dude was actually like fucking, he looked like he was like 30. I swear. The dude was actually 16, but he looked 30. He had a full-on beard and everything. But I can't remember his name though. But yeah, man, it's just, it's one of those things where it's just, man, like, you can't sit there and try to force somebody to accept a, a falsehood because you want that to be your reality. Like, if you're a man, right? If you're a man or a woman, right? But for the sake of men, like, I'm a man at the end of the day, so I'm gonna use men. If you're a man, right, and you are walking around and you're saying that you're a woman and everybody is acknowledging you as a woman. And another thing, black women got to stop being because they're the main perpetrators. Black women are the main perpetrators of always defending this bullshit, not even knowing that you're talking to somebody who's looking to replace you. But let me not go into that, because that's a video within itself. That's a video within itself, man. But yeah, y'all got to stop sitting there saying that, you know, just because, like, anybody who doesn't believe lies, like, if I'm seeing that you're a man, regardless how much of a woman that you try to make yourself out to be, I'm seeing that you're a man. You're telling me to ignore that and ignore everything I know a woman is and just buy into the fact that you're a woman. That means I can be in a relationship with you, in like a sexual relationship with you, and that's not gonna happen. That can't happen, bro. The whole idea of a man and a woman supposed to be together is, you know, that new life can come out of it. That's the whole ideology behind, you know, marriage. That's the whole ideology behind marriage. That's the whole thought process. Two become one. Two people come together, and one, and a life is created from that union. You can't get two people, like, regardless. Like, you can't put two people. Y'all know what I'm saying. But I understand that there's people out there who, you know, they like the same gender or whatever. And that's another thing, gender politics, this non-binary shit. Like, we gotta stop that in 2018. You're either a boy or a fucking girl. Some people are born with both. It's a birth defect. It happens. But you are either a boy or you a girl. Either you're a person who has the seed or you're somebody that has the egg. Even in sex itself, somebody is the giver and somebody is the receiver. That giver position is for the man and the receiving position is for the woman. Like, you gotta, what's up, man? But yeah, you gotta stop this shit. Like, I seen a video not too long ago on Facebook, actually, and I'm mad I couldn't find this video myself. If I find it, I'm gonna edit it out in the video and shit like that. I'm already over the time I want to go, but I don't like these videos to be that long. But It was a video of this woman, again, a woman, like an actual woman, talking about she was going to raise a gender neutral child. Like, how the fuck do you do that? How the fuck do you raise your child to not acknowledge if he's a boy or girl? You know, clearly it was a boy in the video. Like, it was actually a boy. Like, you can tell clearly it was a boy with a dress on. But like, how the fuck do you, like, how do you do that? And the irony of that shit, a woman that knows that she's a woman. She knows that she's a woman. She's a female. She knows she's a woman. A full out mother. The irony of that shit. She knows she's a woman, but she's gonna sit there and raise the, like, don't give me, dude, come on. You can't see the humor in that? Like, really? Like, this world is going into some fucked up shit, bro. And I'm happy to say I wasn't raised in this fucking generation, because some people are getting brainwashed into believing lies, and if you don't believe the lies, then you're a hateful person. And another thing too, I really got to make this point before I end this video, because it's a lot of things that I didn't touch on, but if people reply, then I'll make another video and, you know, and talk about it then. But in 2018, this shit is over with. Like, I'm not having no more discussions about it. I'm really not. Like, I'm completely done with it. I'm tired of people coming to me with these discussions. I'm done. You know, hence the reason why I'm making this video, to end this shit in 2017. So when 2018 get here, know that that shit is over. You know, but we have got to stop comparing black struggle to gay struggle. Well, let me not say we, because I know better, but people who are out there doing that shit, y'all gotta stop comparing, you know, oh, somebody's sexual orientation is no different than the color of their skin. First off, you literally have a choice in doing that type of shit. Regardless if you feel like you was born that way, nobody's actually born that way. Let me just stop that right there. That's just a fallacy that people say to make themselves feel more comfortable in doing what they want to do. Like, you're just born to do something. No, you're not born to do anything. The only thing you're born to do is to recreate through the means that were already given to you, be it you're a man or a woman, a male or a female. That's the only thing you're born to do. In the pure essence of humanity, we were put on this planet to reproduce. That's it. Now, we created morals as to how we go about doing that. Like, of course, you don't want to rape no damn body and get them pregnant. You don't want to beat them up and get them pregnant. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do no foul shit like that, because we added morals to the compass of getting there. You know, but at the end of the day, we're only meant to reproduce. That's it, through natural means. When science comes and all this other shit, you know, that is what it is. You know, that's not, no. But yeah, we got to stop comparing black struggles to gay struggles. From when people be saying shit like, remember, for those of you who remember that video, I don't even know if I uploaded that video, when I said that they were trying to flip, actually I think I did. I can't remember the name of the video, but for those that seen it, y'all know what I'm talking about. Society, the government, whoever is in the power of this shit, this whole gay agenda shit, because that's actually a real thing. They're putting it in the cartoons, they're putting it in there, and a child is nothing but a sponge. They're going to soak all that up, and they're going to think that that's the way things are, you know, are supposed to be. Like, a man is supposed to be with a man and a woman is supposed, that's not how shit's supposed to be. So let's not play that game. Yeah, we got to stop comparing black struggle we got to stop saying shit like sexual orientation is somebody's sexual orientation is no different than the color of their skin. That's bullshit. I was born with this skin color. Literally born with this skin color. If you're going to say somebody was born with anything, I was born with this skin color. Like, I can't avoid this. I wake up every day and the cops outside, they treat me a certain way because of what I look like. Nobody knows that you're gay until you tell them. Like, it's a completely different dynamic. There's similarities in the discrimination, but it's not the same. You know, and I would go deeper into it, but I'm already 10 minutes over what I wanted to say. How long I wanted this video to go, but understand, man, like, I'm not having this discussion. Like I said, none of the stuff that I said was in malice. You know, people who say that they born that way, and for people who like try to shut me up because I don't want to believe those lies, the only thing I'm hearing in the back of my mind is like, if you know, You ain't gotta, you know what, dude? I don't even want to get into it because it's like it's mind numbing even arguing with those people. But like I said, I don't have nothing against the gay community itself. It's the people that make the situations worse with the shit that they're doing. You know, the pro gay activists, the motherfuckers over this way. You know what I mean? Not literally over here this way, but it's like you have the gay community right here, and then you got these motherfuckers. You know, it's the same thing with people that try to, you know, I guess this will be one similarity right here. People who try to support black people from a distance and they make the situations worse because they don't fully understand what the fuck is going on. You know, it's like that. That would be one similarity right there. But you know, like we got to stop the bullshit in 2018, man. Like if you gay at the end of the day, man, just acknowledge the fact that you are that and stop trying to trick people because there's been too many situations over the course of the past 50 years alone. You know, we could take it back further than that. But where men dressed up as women tried to deceive other men into thinking that there's something that they're not, and they got caught up in it. You know, like I said, these surgeons are getting real good at what they do, so it's only gonna get, you know, worse from here. But understand that a homosexual relationship is basically saying you're not bringing new life into the world. In other words, you're a dead end for new life. Like you're just a dead end. Nothing's coming out. Nothing's coming out of that. You adopt, and people that's trying to replace kids with pets, calling themselves dog moms, and let me just like that's California shit. I'm not with that, but it is what it is. Like I said, I don't have nothing against gay people in general. Like if a gay person came and sat right here, I'm not gonna be like like move. Like no, I ain't gonna do that. Because none of this is coming from a place of malice. But to those people, those pro-gay motherfuckers that keep making shit worse, stop it, man. Just stop the bullshit, okay? You know, if you see that they ain't tripping, why the fuck is you tripping? You know, that's basically it, man. But yeah, man, that's it, man. Peace. Again, I'm gonna edit the video and put the pictures in there that I said I was gonna put in. And yeah, that's it, man.